Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Highline Podcast here, presented by the Roblox Racing Series on YouTube. So, we are here for episode number 2 tonight here in our quote pilot season. Not considered season 1, but it's our little test season. Four to 5 episodes for this. So, yeah. Hopefully the audio is better. We will have better audio this time. And actually, before filming this, or actively filming this, tonight is, I guess, here in 2 minutes, episode 1 of the podcast will be live on the YouTube, which is amazing. So yeah. But anyways, I am your host, Blake Hopkins, two-time RS champion, alongside my co-host, Lance, driver the number 42, two-time Coca-Cola 600 champion. Lance, what is up, brother?
What's going on? How are we doing tonight?
And we are here with a special guest tonight, driver the number 22, Penske Ford, who made it into the round of 8. We have Andrew. What is up,
And
Andrew?
D2 champion.
Thank you. Oh yeah, our reigning D2 champion. Thanks for joining us here tonight, Andrew. How you doing?
I'm good. Excited to be here tonight, and excited to finally get a chance to talk about how the season's, been going, how it hasn't been going, all that fun stuff.
Yes, sir. Well, we're glad to have you here tonight.
Yes, sir.
So just some things that we want to start off with. So, our first segment of tonight, as we have a more structured, I guess, episode here. Before we get into things, I remember speaking last week on this next season's upcoming schedule, and the admin test. So we have finally scheduled for an admin test. We're doing it literally right after we finish up with this. And then we may or may not decide the full schedule tonight. We might decide part of it. Excuse me. But yeah, we'll let you guys know about that. Should go well. Jeez, man. But
Breathe now, brother.
yeah. Yeah, so all right, jumping into segment 1, there was no IRL races within the span of episode 1 and episode 2 due to the lack of I guess this week's going to be an off week for the Cup Series and all series. So we're going to just hop into the D1 segment here. So we're going to go rewind for D1 here tonight. So D1 ran at Las Vegas this weekend. It was a decent race. It was a it was similar to the spring race, but not crazy, alright? So, it wasn't as bad. Fishy dominated the first, I guess, everything except for when it came down to the final green flag pit stops. He swept the stages and screwed up pit road, I believe. Yeah, he missed pit road. He missed pit road, so that handed JBL the lead, and overall JBL took the victory. We'll go over the results. So JBL picked up the win number 5 on the season, put himself into the round of 8. Fishy, he was already locked in with his win from Watkins Glen. Heartbreak for him, but he's won enough this season, so it was good to see, I guess, somebody else win, but at the same time, JBL has won a lot this year too.
So much this season.
And then Apple finished 3rd, good finish for him. Honestly outperformed the way I thought he was, and I mean, he ran decent the first one. I thought he could have had a top 6, but no, he finished top 3, which is good for him. Rusty's 4th, Lance finishes 5th, Andrew
Yeah, that
6th.
chess game didn't go too well.
Yeah, Lance was in fact playing checkers and Fishy was playing chess. If you peep the reference.
It was more, I was playing chess a little too slow.
A little too slow. Fishy beat you to it. Fishy leveled up from checkers to chess.
He didn't win, though, so that's all that matters.
Not yet, Lance. You and I are still under the cut line, man.
Don't remind me.
All right, so after Lance rounding out the top 5, we have Andrew in 6th, Frags in 7th, Chaos in 8th, Tyler Jr. in 9th. Yeah. Tyler Jr. in 9th.
Not Chaos. He didn't make the playoffs, I thought.
I'm talking about D1 results for Vegas.
Oh, results in general.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Tyler
I
Jr.
forgot
finishing
about that.
9th, Hogs finishing 10th, and Hank finishing, or Ben filling in for Hank finishing last. Fishy
Very
won both
sad.
stages. Fishy got most laps led. JBL with the fastest lap. Oh shoot, AJ with the donation of
Holy.
500 Robux. AJ, you will be a sponsored member starting next episode and moving forward.
That's just half of it right
If
now.
you just send over the last half, what you have right now will cover all of next season, and if you send the rest, it'll cover, I guess, moving forward. But thank you, sir, for the donation. Appreciate it. And the Fishy got pole for D1. Nothing really crazy to talk about, honestly. I mean, there was some controversy, I guess, between the 48 and the 2. It was very, actually, mostly the 99 and the 2. I heard a lot from them, but I think, honestly, Apple was just lagging a lot. But,
Yeah.
really quick, I'll do the points, so then I'll ask you guys y'all's thoughts on everything. But really quick, the D1 points going into the round of 8. Um, I mean, yeah. Actually, we'll go over the finishing of the round of 10. So, Fishy, JBL, and Apple all locked themselves in with their wins, but they were above. Um, then Rusty's made it 52 points above the cut line. He advanced. Lance plus 20, he advanced. Andrew plus 9, he advanced. Frags plus 7, he advanced. Tyler Jr. plus 7 with the advancement. Hank minus 7 with the elimination, and Hogs minus 12. What were you about to say, Lance?
AJ said it says you can't receive the other half right now. Try again next episode. Honestly,
Yeah.
that might work then. But you'll still be sponsored for
Yeah.
when you give the whole thing.
I trust you, AJ. I mean, you have your sponsor as of now for the remainder of, I guess, this season, pilot season, and next season. But yeah. So really quick, now we're gonna move over to the point standings for the round of 8. So, Fishy plus 34, Rusty's plus 25, JBL plus 8. He was gonna be higher, I believe. He was gonna be plus 33. We'll get into that later. Lance plus 3. Then it's pretty close here. Frags minus 3, Tyler Jr. minus 6, Andrew minus 9, and Apple minus 9. So pretty much how the points reset works going into every round. It's all your playoff points move over, and then the way you gain is getting playoff points in that previous round, pretty much. So, like Apple didn't have many playoff points at all, and then he won a stage at Atlanta and the race. Came from 1,002. I mean, not 1,002. Came from 2 playoff points to 8. He gained 6. Now he's tied with Andrew for 11th, or not 11th, 7th in points. So, yeah. So, gentlemen, I guess I'll ask Lance first, as he is a driver. But Lance, tell me how your day at Las Vegas went, sir.
One word: mid. I definitely felt good. The car felt good. Didn't get any stage points, but still finished 5th in the race. Just kind of was cruising to the end of the stage, well, end of the race overall. Made it to the next round. We need to scrape together as many points as we can this round. Hopefully get a win. But Vegas went pretty smooth, I'd say. I didn't get into any like really controversies or any bad wrecks. Just kind of sailed.
All right. So let's see. You finished. You got a top 5, I believe.
Yes,
just
sir. 5th place.
tell me, I guess, on your expectations. Like, I know obviously you just said get as many points as possible, but like, what is your expectation in the round of 8? Make the champ 4. Like, lock yourself in, point your way in. What do you think is your best shot here at making the champ 4, realistically?
Well, I'd say our best shot is probably going to be pointing our way in. Like I said, these next 3 tracks coming up, I'm really good at. And sadly, it's the truth, but with these BHR cars, they're just so fast. Some could say they're illegally fast. Nudge, nudge. But
Xfinity Mobile.
No, we're aiming to hopefully win. At least Darlington or Charlotte. I don't think we'll win Auto Club. I think we'll have another good day there, though, as we've shown speed there in the past and have won there in the past. But I think our best shot is definitely Darlington, or the better shot, Charlotte. But just trying to make Champ 4 with everything I can.
For sure, for sure. Hopefully you can end it off strong with CGR before y'all switch over to Tricon. But
Hope so.
I guess we'll move on to Andrew here. So Andrew, tell me about your night at Las Vegas, sir.
Honestly, same story. Just kind of ran about where I finished all day. Honestly, did not have the car I thought I did in practice. It just felt so much tighter than I remembered from earlier this season, or even when I was practicing the day beforehand. Not rotate for anything to save its life, but ultimately did enough to advance myself to the next round. Didn't score any stage points. Finished behind Lance here, and I believe I finished P6.
Yep.
So excited to make round of 8, and hopefully we can. Probably best shot at this point is just stealing a win away to get to the championship 4. I don't think I didn't run Darlington earlier this season, so I'm going to be at a disadvantage there. Charlotte's not one of my better tracks. I kind of had to luck my way into a P2 earlier this season by hopping on an alternate pit strategy. Auto Club, though, is definitely one I've had circled on my calendar since the start of the season. We made my D1 intermediate debut there last season, led a few laps, and showed a lot of promise there. So, like I said, had it circled and got some new things I'm excited to try for all 3 of these tracks coming up, honestly. And it's either going to go really good or really bad with no middle ground. So I guess we'll see where that pans out for us.
For sure, for sure. So, you along with, I guess, 2 others, you, Tyler Jr., and JBL are the 3 rookies remaining in the playoffs. So, JBL has a good shot at making the Champ 4 here. But honestly, you and Tyler Jr. have a shot at this, bro. If I'm being honest. But, you guys just, I guess, obviously you won Rookie of the Year last year for D2 along with your championship. Um, I know you don't have any wins yet this season. I could see one coming in the future. Honestly, I think it'll definitely happen next season, if not this one. But just I guess tell me your thoughts and just I guess on the Rookie of the Year battle right here.
Man, I mean, JBL's blowing us all out of the water, right? I mean, what he's got 5 wins on the season. Hank's got 1, I think. Tyler Jr.'s got 1. I'm sitting here with none. I'm getting
Hank's
embarrassed by these guys.
I don't
yeah.
think Hank has one.
Hank
Didn't
won.
he win Daytona?
He won Daytona last season. He won the regular
Oh,
season
okay.
finale, filling in for Tyler. But no, I
Okay,
mean
so
Tyler Jr. and JBL are the only 2 rookies full time at least to have a win this season. We've had a couple fill-in guys along with Matt who's gotten a win this season, but not trying to be a mean guy here, but you are the only Penske car to not get a win this season so far. But you've definitely probably been the most consistent out of the guys that have been showing up, and I'd say those guys would be Frags, Tyler Jr., and you. Rusty's had some things going on, had some fill-ins, but I think you've shown probably the best raw pace. Just not necessarily the wins to show for it, but that doesn't mean everything, right? So like you run
right.
up front a lot, so I wouldn't I guess let the lack of wins deteriorate. I think I said that right. I don't know, but I guess just your rookie season. You've had a good one. Obviously, we had a rookie win the championship last season, but that was an anomaly. It's coitus, whatever you would want to say. So, yeah, it's just tell me. Or I guess you already did, but were you about to say something?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, we don't necessarily have the wins on the season, but don't get it confused, right? Like we've had the speed multiple times to be able to win this, and even when we didn't have that kind of speed, we still put ourselves in a position to even steal one. Like I said, like Charlotte, we were running in the back near 10th almost all day, hopped on an alternate pit strategy and got the lead on that final restart. Just couldn't hold off JBL. That guy's too fast. But Dover, I felt like we were the car to beat, especially near the end there until we got dumped by a lap car there.
Right.
And
Yeah.
And then,
then a lag spike kicked in.
yeah,
The lag
then
spike. Yeah.
everything after that obviously happened. We don't
Which I
talk about
mean,
that. We moved on from that.
My
yeah.
car's still destroyed from that race.
That car's actually in the junkyard here at the headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina. Actually,
Yeah,
it's in the
it
museum.
is.
Um,
Bristol, same story though. I feel like we were a car to beat there. We ultimately finished P2 there, and it sucked. In my position, it sucks because it was a teammate in front of me on that last lap, and if it was someone like, no offense, Lance, I love you, you know that, but if it was you, I was moving you for that win. But I couldn't do that to a teammate.
That's fair.
Nice. But gentlemen, so I guess rounding out that conversation, we'll move on to the D2 side of things. So actually, never mind. Oh, Andrew just went on mute. I was about to ask him a question. Andrew, you
No,
here?
I'm still here. I'm here.
Okay. So I asked Lance last week. But unbiased opinions from you. I want them. I mean, obviously you're one of the round of eight drivers, but who do you think makes the round of eight here, or champ four here for
Uh,
D1?
Unbiasedly, I gotta probably say Rusty's, JBL, and Fishy are, they've been the top three dogs all season.
Top locks.
Yeah, it's been impossible to even pass them on track without, having to give them a bumper, have them mess up in
Front
front of you
bumper
or
works.
anything. um, Assuming it's those three that win the races, I could see Lance pointing his way in. I think that's realistically, if you want to go with a cookie cutter type thing of what a basic answer would be, I think that would be the champ four. However, I have to say, there are two guys that you cannot count out who are below the cut line right now. Apple manages to just BS his way into something every week, just finds a way to get stronger somehow.
Dude,
And then
he's been very surprising to me this year. He's actually
yeah,
been
like
very consistent, like
this
in the
season,
top
he's
half of the
been like
field.
ridiculously good. And
Yeah,
it's weird because I remember running him last season in the back the whole time. But then,
Yeah.
not trying to self glaze, but I mean, you guys have seen me. I pull things out of my rear too. And like I said, couple strategies for new races and the next couple races that I'm excited to try. So I'm definitely going to be trying hard to win one and hopefully lock myself in the championship for early and get as much practice at Homestead as I can before the championship.
yes, sir. So I guess if you had to choose between any of the guys, or you said Lance would point his way in, but I guess just give me. You said a couple names, so give me one, like just one guy that you think will make it. If you had to choose one, just who do you think would make it in for that final spot?
It's so hard because of the way the system is with the wins. Probably gonna have to go with my cookie cutter basic answer and say Lance.
All right.
Gonna try. Try my
So
darndest, but
You've got Charlotte, Lance. Don't worry.
with
please.
all right, well I guess we'll move over to D2 next. Both of you are team owners in D2. One of you. Actually, y'all are on very two opposite ends of the, I guess, playoffs here for your teams. So, we'll move over to D2 results for Phoenix. They were at Phoenix this weekend. Unfortunately, Vegas is not working for MWRT still. So, Chase filling in for Cam picks up his second career D2 win. Cam will get the points for that, but not the playoff points. So, those will not carry over. NG 30 or the 32 gets second. Lang gets third. Hunter fourth, highest non-playoff driver. Luga fifth. Shark sixth.
Shark just arrived. What up,
Matt
Shark?
seventh. Oh, what up, Shark? Matt seventh.
Matt is
Ace
also here too.
eighth.
Speaking of devils,
Um,
and Cam, man.
AJ filled in for Ben. He was ninth. Derek in 10th. And RB12 had a DNF, so he finishes 11th, but he was already locked in. Cam or slash Chase swept all of the stages and the most laps led. And then RB12 got the fastest lap and the pole. So, moving over to D2 points here. So, let's see. Um, dang, did I not do them? Oh yeah, I had to have done them. Brother, there we go. All right. So the D2 point standings after the round of 10 cutoff at Phoenix. NG and RB12 both locked themselves in and advanced with the win. Cam plus 78, he advanced. Luga plus 36, he advanced. Lang plus 36, he advanced. Shark plus 35, he advanced. Matt plus 22, he advanced. Ace plus 11, he advanced. and then Ben, unfortunately, minus 11 got eliminated, and Derek minus 16 got eliminated. So the D2 standings going into the round of 8 now, with the playoff points carrying over. Cam plus 11, Luga plus 3, Matt plus 2, and then NG and RB12 are tied for that final spot. I know it won't stay like that, but that's very interesting to me. Then Shark minus 3, Lang minus 8, and Ace minus 12. So, both of you are D2 owners. You both have a team. Both of you had some cars in the playoffs. Both of you actually had one. But really quick, the cutoff battle was between Ace, Derek, and Ben. So on the final lap of the race, Ace and Derek were both a lap down. Ace sends it in the final corner, coming to the white flag for Derek and Ace. Ace sends it up the corner, almost walls Derek, and then coming down the front straightaway, Derek dumps Ace, gets his payback, which I didn't step into this. They both wrecked each other. Derek got the worst of it, trying to wreck somebody else. I left it alone. No penalties were given out, but just some controversy going into that final spot, which I don't know why, because Derek would not have made it off of 1 point over Ace. He wasn't close enough. But I guess we'll start off with Andrew, I guess, because his guy advanced with the win at Watkins Glen. Andrew, I guess just explain to me your thoughts on this season as a whole for your D2 program. I know you've had some guys get let go, but yeah, just let me know.
Our D2 program, it started off real good. Toward the middle, got a little iffy with, like you said, had to let go one of probably our arguably best guy in D2. Some controversy went on, and unfortunately wasn't able to keep him on the team for that. But then we got to bring up RB12, right? Like you said, and he's the one who's performing now for Team Penske. Ace as well. I mean, I'm proud of Ace. He's honestly exceeded my expectations for this season in
Oh, I
D2.
forgot about Ace. You got both of them, man. Never mind. My bad. But keep going. You can go.
The controversy with Derek, I saw the clips, I saw the replays, and I mean that's racing, right? I mean, Ace, yeah, sent it in harder than he probably should have, especially because he's gonna have that spot over Derek anyways. Not necessarily the position, but the playoff advancement. Um, but that's racing. I don't blame him. Same situation, nerves get to. I probably would have done the same thing, right? Derek's retaliation, he got sent. Might have retaliated a little harder than he had to, but like that's racing too, right? Like everyone gets frustrated when we're behind the wheel. Trust me, I get it. I've tried to wall my good friend Lance here multiple times, especially at Lime Rock.
Yeah.
But I don't. That's I'm not gonna put anyone at blame for that. It all happened how it was gonna end up either way, anyways. So I've got a lot of faith in RB12 driving the 56 to make championship four, and I've got a lot of faith in Ace driving the number 2 to make championship four. And I think, especially if they both get in, they could use the fact that they're probably going to be the only 2 teammates in there who
Right.
advance, and then probably dominate championship four. Especially if one of them's having a shit day, just start trying to get side by
Easy.
side with the other guys,
Yeah, you
right?
gotta
Slow
watch
them
for that.
down.
You might.
Gotta watch the language, or else you
I
might get a
think it'll.
VC
I
ban.
think it'll give you one warning.
You get 3 warnings.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so I guess we can keep speaking on that really quick. Dang,
Yes.
what was I gonna say? Um, something for Andrew. Crap. Dang, that threw me off track. Alright, it'll be alright. So, Lance, I guess we'll move on to you. So, you had Ben in the playoffs. Honestly, got a little bit screwed there at the end due to not being able to make it up. But, I mean, it's himself, right? The end of the first 2 races didn't go as planned for him. Might not have been his fault, but he probably could have put himself in a better position. Just let us know your thoughts on him missing out on the Champ 4. All
Well.
right.
um, it is what it is, really. Honestly, if I'm going to be fully honest, this entire CGR team has exceeded my expectations on the season. With everything that happened early on, like we lost Tyler, and then D-Boss, our great friend D-Boss, stepped down to focus on his mental health, which, of course, as the owner of CGR and as an admin in your series, we prioritize mental health over a game any day of the week, any day of the year. So it's honestly good that he's going to better himself, and I think he has been bettering himself. But with that being said, I honestly didn't think Ben would make it this far. I'm very happy that he made the playoffs. He performed well all season long. And overall, yeah, I got you, Matt. Overall, I just think this entire team has just exceeded our expectations. Hank made the playoffs. I'm the only car left in the playoffs. But, you know, it is what it really is. And I just hope Ben keeps fighting and keeps racing to end out the season and gets ready for his D1, his rookie D1 season next season.
Yes, sir. So, I guess moving on from that, our final segment for the three divisions, we'll move on to D3. I know this is taking a little while, but I mean, we got time. We'll be fine. Run over a little bit of the 45 minutes. No worries. So, Phoenix results for D3. This was ran before episode 1 of the podcast was recorded. So, Losium picks up his second career D3 win at Phoenix. Chase finishes second. NG filled in for Spy, finishing third. Tim Ranch fourth. EPC, Papa Fish, finished fifth to round out the top 5. Christian finishes sixth. Brody Lang seventh. Ryan Langdon 8th. Rowdy filled in for Trey Dog. He finished 9th. Tracker will round out the top 10. And then we move on to Salty, finishing 11th. And Cal got DQ'd. We already spoke on him last week, so we don't need to bring him up again, but finishing 12th there for Cal. Tim Ranch won stage 1. Brody Lang won stage 2. And then Salty actually got the fastest lap. Losium most laps led, and pole goes to Tim Ranch. So, I don't believe CGR had a truck in the playoffs. Came close
No,
with
we did not.
AJ, but it's all
AJ
right.
was our closest shot.
Yeah, but I guess we'll move to the point standings for them. So, points after the round of 10. So, I guess Trey Dog and Losium both locked themselves in with their wins. Trey Dog winning the first 2 races of the round, and Losium finishing it off at Phoenix. They advanced with that. Then Chase plus 84, he advanced. Tim Ranch plus 47, he advanced. Luga plus 13 with the advancement. Brody Lang plus 11, who started under the cut line going into this race and almost got eliminated due to another driver's actions with a wreck. Spy plus 10. And then my boy Christian plus 2 with the advancement. Heck yeah, brother. Christian, my goat. RB12 minus 2 got eliminated, and Wired minus 10 with the elimination. 2 of the biggest surprises, honestly, in my opinion. I honestly thought Christian was going to be eliminated. I honestly thought so. It didn't help. RB12 didn't really show up, but it conflicts with his career in MWRT, the main league. And, I mean, that's a way bigger league than this. Hopefully we can get there one day. But, well, we'll see. It's thanks to them that we can do this. But, I guess we'll move on to the, the standings for the round of 8. So, Chase plus 31, Trey Dog plus 28, Losium plus 24, and then it gets kind of close for the 3 races at least. Lang plus 6, Luga minus 6, Tim Ranch minus 8, Spy minus 13, and my boy Christian minus 16. Those 2 got some work to do. But, I guess necessarily won't need to ask Lance. I'll ask you a question about D3 after, but, Andrew, I know Brody had a shot to make the playoffs originally, screwed himself up with his penalty, I think with 2 or 3 races ago. Did some stupid crap with the lap cars, but, RB12 getting eliminated in this round, one of the favorites. Just tell me your thoughts on that really quick.
I mean, not much we can do, right? Like you said, he D1 for the MWRT league itself. I don't know. I mean, he said he couldn't make it work with the schedule. I don't blame him. I'd be prioritizing D1 for the MWRT league over this too. No offense. There's
Oh
just
yeah,
you get it. And just sucks because if he would have showed up, I genuinely like not even biased, like genuinely think that he would have been probably the championship guy
oh
that everyone
yeah,
else would be chasing.
for sure.
Um Brody, like same thing. I mean, he had a chance to make the playoffs. He is I it's hard to even defend him as his team owner with those. I mean, he messed up and he paid the price. I am happy to announce that we are re-signing him to our rebrand of Risky Racing next season. He will be returning in the D3 program for us, and hopefully we're gonna get him to think a little bit more before he does stuff like that, and become a serious championship threat next season.
Oh well, yes sir. So I guess with that um we will be moving over to the next segment, driver talk here. So uh sorry we're not really talking to you much, Lance. We gotta.
You're
I mean,
good.
you're on here. You're gonna be on here a lot. So,
I'm the
but
co-host. It's fine.
exactly. So, I guess to open up the segment, Andrew, just I guess tell us as a whole, not necessarily each division, just as a whole, what's your thoughts so far this season for your team? I mean, you guys started off the season hot, winning. Y'all were the most successful team in D1 up until the last 2.5 months or so. But just, I guess, explain me your thoughts on the season as a whole.
For our team, right? It's D1's been amazing. D2 was, like I said earlier, great, then iffy, then back to great again. D3, it's honestly the whole season's been very up and down for our D3 program. That is something I'm definitely going to be working on with our D3 drivers next season. Hopefully, just being able to help them out. I've been personally racing stock car Thunder a little bit more to try and be able to possibly give advice to our D3 guys, right? Want to help them out with lines or something. Maybe I've been whatever I can to help not just D3, but my entire team feel more comfortable behind the wheel. I'm going to find a way to do. Um, D2 has been I know our D1 stats look really good, but I think D2 has probably been our best division this season between having Matt early on the season just putting up absolute numbers for us. RB12 coming up after that, doing the same thing. He's been putting up a show for us. Ace has been that consistent guy, like he's one of those guys you think surprise you winner. Ace is probably one of the first names that pops into my head. And
Right.
D1 program, I mean,
I mean,
I
he won Darlington, and that's a track that's in the round of 8 here. He could
right.
seriously make it into the championship four. I mean, he's not
And
necessarily a
like
favorite, but he's got the shot.
And like I said, I expect him to, right? I'm not gonna be mad if he doesn't, right? Like trust me, I understand the struggle right now. I'm below the cut line. But I expect Ace, especially like you said, with Darlington coming up, he loves that track. He talks about Darlington all the time, talking to me about how much he loves it and how confident he is there. And I think confidence is realistically one of the key points to racing in this league. I felt my confidence build up like early on in the season when I was putting out P2s a lot. And I had one bad race, my confidence kind of shot down. And that's when I started doing kind of mid at the halfway point. And then I had a good race again. And then momentum, confidence equals momentum, which equals more
Results.
confidence. Right. And then that extra confidence equals results. And that's one of the most important things I can't stress enough to anyone on Team Penske, soon to be Risky Racing.
For
I
sure, for
need
sure.
confidence for my drivers. I want to be confident in my drivers. So I think I have a lot of faith in RB12, got a lot of faith in Ace, got a lot of faith in myself, got a lot of faith in all of us are still in the D1 playoffs. So that's something I don't think any other team can say. Maybe you. I think Jay you guys have all your cars still in the playoffs, don't you?
except for
Oh, the 5.
but that was a different situation.
Right. Yeah. He would have made
But
it if different
yeah.
situations happened. But
But
I've got a
I
lot of faith in
guess
all of our drivers.
right, yeah. So I guess tell me more about Risky Racing for next season. Small rebrand. I guess it's still Penske at heart, but I guess just tell me more about that. What your lineups for next season's looking like, and just the hopes and expectations for the team next year.
Uh, we got. I can't thank Brags and Rusty's for coming to Team Penske this season. They have helped me out as a first, full time season team more than I can ever explain to them. And I will forever be thankful for them coming over. Unfortunately, we are losing both of them next season. Next season's D1 lineup will be me staying in the 22. We've got Matt in the 44, and then Tyler Jr. Re-signed with us, but switching to the 33 instead of the 32 now. Um, we will be bringing over the new Ford Dark Horse SC, which the real life Cup Series will be switching to in 2027 as well. And expectations wise, the same they are this season. We want to go out there. We want to contend for wins, contend for championships, go our strength wherever we can. And hopefully we can go out there and get it done, maybe even better than we did this season, right? I mean, that's always the goal.
100%. So I guess we'll move on from that segment as Lance draws Toon Toon on his notepad.
Oh no, I drew that earlier. I'm actually doing finances right now for Tricon next season.
Finances, nice. Yeah, them charters are getting expensive, man. We should probably sue
I'm
the
running out of
sanctioning body.
money. We should sue the sanctioning body.
I agree.
Andy, what do you say?
Let's do it, man.
Blake, you're being served.
All right, so earlier this week, the polls came out for the championship four predictions for each series. So we'll go ahead and take
The
a look
fan
at
votes.
those. Not necessarily a fan vote. I'd say more of a server vote. I guess drivers from each division voted on all three and chose their guys that they picked to make the championship four. And it also gives us a pretty good idea of who people think will overall win the championship. So, for Division 1, Fishy and JBL tied with 19 votes apiece, 22% of the votes also for both of them. I guess 44% combined. Those were the guys that stood out the most. They tied for the poll win, so it's a draw right there. I guess nobody knows who's going to win that championship. And then Rusty's and Lance both coming in at 17% and 19%. Lance, you actually got one more vote than Rusty's did for the Final Four, so you might be one of those guys that people
impressive.
think. And then Frags got 6 votes, or 5 votes. Tyler Jr. got 3 votes. Andrew got 4, and Apple got 5. So I guess the people of the RS think Fishy, JBL, Rusty's, and Lance will be the 4 in the Champ 4 for D1. Moving on to D2, we have Cam at 16 votes. RB12 won the poll with 17 votes. And then Brody Lang, 15% of the votes. And then Matt and NG are tied for that final spot with 11 votes and 11 votes apiece, both at 13%. But Shark, 1% behind them with 10 votes. It's going to be close between those guys. Luga, 6% of the votes, and then Ace, 2% of the votes. So, yeah, but what were you going to say?
One championship 4 spot on the line. Aliens come to us, say one of these drivers has to make that spot, or the world ends. You give me 3 drivers, I'm going Matthew Gromo any day of the week.
Matthew Gromo.
At least he got the last name right. And Frags is on our
Nice.
semis, Matthew Gramo.
Nice, bro. So, moving on to D3 for the final poll. Losium winning the poll with 19 votes, 21% of the poll. Trey Dog, 18 votes, 20% of the poll, one behind him.
I love you too, Matt.
Third place on the poll behind Trey Dog, also one vote behind Trey Dog, will be Lang with 17 votes. And then one vote behind them is Chase with 16 votes. So it stands out clearly. Those are the 4 guys that people think will win this championship. Personally, I voted for Christian. But
You never
Luga with
know.
3 votes, Tim Ranch with 8 votes, Spy with 5 votes, and Christian with 3 votes. I actually didn't vote for Christian. I voted for Trey
Ooh.
Dog, Losium, Chase, and Lang. That doesn't mean I don't want Christian to make it. That just
I mean,
means
yeah, obviously
I
you want your
chose
driver
the
to make it.
Breaking
I chose
news:
the
Team
guys
Honor
that
wants
think will
driver to
make
make
it.
it.
But yeah, so those are the polls. Very interesting to me. Some stick out, but D3 and D1 were predictable. D2 is going to be that one that's very close. But I guess
And you
moving
know,
on. Oh, you can go ahead. My bad.
yeah, just real quick, if you look at this, we have something very interesting shaping up. If all the cars play in the right spot, we could have the first double series champion in Brody Lang.
Oh
If he
yeah,
can win D1 and D2, he will be the series first ever double series champion.
I think you mean D3 and D2.
Or D3, D2, same thing.
So I guess it's a weird situation with guys like that. RB12, Luga, and I think Lang is the only other one. RB12 had to replace Jackson. Luga replaced CJ. Literally replaced CJ. And then I guess Lang replaced Aloe. Uh, Weird guy. But yeah, so those, I mean, this is considered, I'm going to consider this their rookie year, especially if one of them go out next season. I can't say that, oh yeah, RB12, the reigning champion, in his rookie season. That just sounds weird. So this is considered their rookie year, and they're battling for the rookie of the year. So it's going to be very interesting. We could very well see our first double series champion. And honestly, Lang has a shot for sure. But I guess moving on to the final segment of tonight, gonna be a short one here. So last week, for D1, we did the driver picks, so we're here for the Highline picks here. Last week
man.
I chose for D1, I believe I chose Rusty's, and I believe you took JBL.
I took Rusty's or Fishy, and we were both wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So we're both tied at 0-0. And then for D2, I took NG and you took Cam. Cam didn't show up, so technically you got screwed. NG got second,
Yeah.
so we're also tied
But Cam's car
0-0.
Yeah, we're still tied 0-0.
And yeah, so now that we're a little bit more structured here on the podcast, the rules here for this, I guess, since we're still considered a clean slate, pretty much, I don't know how we're gonna do it for this, but since we're both tied, whoever won if anybody won the previous week, then that person will pick last out of me and you. Or actually, since we'll have a guest each week, pretty much whoever, it'll be inverted. Say your driver performed the worst out of the 3 picks, you get to choose first for that division. Then second, then third, right? So, say if I won last week, if NG would have won D2 and Cam would have gotten second, you would get first pick tonight, which you do because Cam didn't show up. So, yeah, and then the guest will pick last tonight, unfortunately. Sorry, Andrew. But
Okay.
so we're gonna move on to picks here tonight for Division 1 at Auto Club, I believe, to open up the playoffs. We're at Auto Club, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
To open up the playoffs.
I mean, to open up the
round
round of 8, you're right. To open up the round of 8, personally, I gotta take Fishy for D1. Lance, who you gotta take? Also, you can't take the same driver as me. That's why we got this order here. All right.
Yeah. Fishy has shown speed there. That is true. Fishy is probably one of the better performing drivers. But I think you're forgetting something. Let's take a flashback back to Season 4 when we had one of the craziest finishes in RRS history here.
Big 4
I was in that
wide.
mix. I believe it was a 4 wide finish. And you want to know who came out on top? the man, the one and only, Frags. Give me Frags for this weekend if he can make it.
That was Noah, but
Was it Noah? Shoot, give me
yes.
Frags anyway.
Okay, I understand though.
He was in that mix.
So, highline picks so far for the main two guys for D1. So we have Fishy for me, Frags for Lance. So Andrew, who's gonna be your pick for the first guest pick of, I guess, the season? As your first guest on the show.
Give me the 22. Like I said,
Oh,
I've got some stuff I've been testing out. I think I found something here at Auto Club, and
Self-confidence.
I've got a lot of it actually heading into this weekend, and I think that hopefully, I know I've said this a lot this season, but put myself in position a lot too. So I feel like I get to keep saying it.
for
I
sure.
think this
Slate
week is
Diva.
finally the week.
I think honestly, I'll hope for it. I hope for it. Below the cut line driver taking the win at Auto Club, upsetting the playoff field. That'd be crazy. But moving on for D2 here, D2 should also be at Auto Club. I believe that they still have the D2 cars
All
there.
3 divisions are Auto Club.
Well, yeah, I know the schedule says that, but I mean, stuff changes.
Ooh,
No,
like you gotta
no,
censor it.
Roblox. I was gonna say shut up. Anyways,
Oh yeah, MWRT
just a
does have
warning.
D2 cars.
Just a warning. Sorry, Roblox. I'm sorry.
Roblox, please don't ban us for sorry.
Anyways, moving on to the D2 picks here at Auto Club. Me personally, I'm gonna have to go with I don't I don't want to be lame and pick him, but I'm gonna go with RB. Nah, bro, I'm going with Brody Lang. Brody Lang, he is my pick
Brody
for Auto
Lang.
Club. He dominated Chicagoland earlier this season in the D2 cars. Different game, but I feel like Brody Lang, just this track type fits him. These bigger ovals, not necessarily this. I wouldn't say this is a intermediate like Charlotte. This is like a speedway, a bigger speedway.
Yeah,
Smaller
like
than a
Michigan.
Michigan. Smaller than a Michigan.
Smaller than a Michigan.
But I'd say this is a track type for Brody Lang. So, Lance, who do you got, buddy?
Let me pull up the points here real quick. So we have Cam, CJ, Matt, NG,
Not CJ Luga.
RB12. Well, CJ, my bad. Luga.
CJ, pretty much.
The name, not the name. Geez, the number cards haven't been updated yet in the server. But these bigger ovals, you do see some skill come out here. But it also really can be a toss-up in the mix. Like I said last year, I won the playoff race here. And honestly, looking at some of these drivers and looking over who we have in our field, I honestly think the one, the only Matthew Gromo could pull out a win here today. Or not
Big
tonight,
Matt,
but this weekend.
Big Matt. Lance is going to take
I
the number
think he can do
51
it.
for Monday night.
I think he can do it.
He could get his first, I guess, legit win of the year. Well, he won Pocono with CJ wrecking Fishy, but he put himself in the position, and then he got a win at Mexico City with Fishy getting
Exactly.
DQ'd. So
I think Matt can do it, though, either way.
he would be going for his 4th career D2 win. So, yeah. But, I guess that just leaves Andrew. Andrew, who is your pick for tonight, sir? Or not for tonight, for D2 Monday night.
I gotta go with either. I'm torn between Ace and RB12, which is really biased because my team, but I probably just have to go with RB12. He's shown that consistency. He knows how to run these tracks like the back of his hand. I mean, he is definitely a driver that I had my eye on since he first joined. Like when I first saw on the Discord, the wave to RB12. Like I was eyeing him from that because I saw he was a Blaney fan, so obviously I wanted to steal him for Penske.
Right.
And I am probably the best decision I made for D2 and D3, and having this because he's just shown up and he's just found ways to contend no matter what type of car he's in. So give me RB12. Give me the first one locked in Champ 4.
Yes, sir. So, all
Good
right.
pick.
I guess we'll move on to D3 here. So D3 has made a stop at Auto Club this season. Luga did, in fact, win the previous race here, but that's not going to be my pick. For Auto Club, for D3, I will be taking Trey Dog. He has just been so fast these last few races, winning. And I'm not even going to count this last race because he didn't race. In the starts that he's made, he's won 4 of the last 6 Truck Series races in Division 3. Crazy. And he has another one to show for it earlier in the year at Talladega. So I'm taking Trey Dog for Tuesday night. Lance, moving on to
Good
you,
pick.
sir.
Good pick. Good pick.
Still doing finances over
Now
there?
you see. Yes, I still am doing. The number crunching is getting major over here. I've also low-key started scribbling, but that's besides the point.
He's drawing out his theme ideas for next season on there.
Maybe. Hey,
Toon
can't leak
toon?
anything. But
Brain rot
low-key
race at
looking over this
Talladega?
roster here, I didn't really get to see most of that first Auto Club race, but I will say, looking back earlier in the season, we saw Tim Ranch performing pretty well. Tim Cheese, Mr. Hands.
Mr.
And
Hands.
I think he can come back, get red hot. I think we could see a surprise win out of Tim Ranch here. I feel he has the speed. I feel he could do it. And I just think he could pull out that win.
Yes, sir. So I guess if he wins that, Tim Rance would lock himself into the round of or Champ 4 and would pick up his second D2 win, first since Vegas earlier this spring, Easter weekend actually. So that will leave us to the final pick of the night here, Andrew. For the final guest pick, what will you? Who will you be choosing here for D3?
Call me crazy, but I'm gonna take Spy on this one. I
Ooh,
think
okay.
he pulls one out and manages to just find his way in there. Maybe not the cleanest way. I think he'll definitely get aggressive, knowing where he's at. But
Sure.
I think Spy's gonna find his way through.
All right, all right. So with that, fellas, that should end us off here tonight. Thank you all for those who tuned in, and those of you who are watching this on YouTube right now. Thank you to my co-host Lance once again for joining us here today, and
I got
thank
you.
you Andrew for joining us here tonight. Good luck to both of
Yes.
you on the rest of your season, and hopefully we'll see you all, both of you, in the Championship 4 here coming up. So we're going to hop over to the admin test, but thank you all for tuning in this week, and we will see you all next week for episode number 3.
Indeed,
Goodbye.
and we'll see who our
Yay.
star guest is next week.
Oh, yeah, we'll
Andrew,
see the
I
star
want to say
guest.
thank you as well.
Thank you for having me. Ever since you guys were talking about this, I was excited to hop on. I really like the idea of doing a podcast for the league.
For sure.
100%. We'll be sure to have you back definitely in the near future.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate that, man.
All right, guys, thank you all for watching. We will see you all next week. Goodbye.